Imagine waking up to the news that Toyota, the world's most trusted automaker, has just dropped a fully electric car for only $13,000. And in one swift move, it's shaken the entire EV market to its core. Yes, you heard that right. Toyota just unveiled a $13,000 electric vehicle. And experts are saying it could spell disaster for the Tesla Model Y and every other EV in its class. This isn't just another car release, it's a global wake-up call. Because what Toyota just did doesn't only disrupt the market, it redefines it. Let's break down exactly what happened. Toyota officially revealed a compact electric car priced around $13,000, a move no one in the EV industry saw coming. At a time when most EVs start well above $40,000, Toyota just flipped the script. The new model, designed to be simple, efficient, and accessible, isn't about luxury or flashy features, it's about bringing EV ownership to the masses. It's a statement that says, electric mobility isn't just for the rich anymore. This move shocked the auto industry for several reasons. First, Toyota was long criticized for being too slow to fully embrace EVs, focusing instead on hybrids like the Prius. But now it seems that while others raced ahead, Toyota was quietly building something far more disruptive, an affordable, practical, and scalable electric car for real-world buyers. That's why analysts are calling this launch the iPhone moment of the EV world, the point where electric cars truly go mainstream. So, what makes this EV such a game changer? For one, Toyota has reportedly utilized next-generation solid-state battery technology, capable of charging in minutes while lasting far longer than traditional lithium-ion cells. Combine that with Toyota's legendary reliability, and you've got an EV that could last decades, not just years, with minimal maintenance. And the price? That's what breaks the system. At $13,000, this EV costs less than half of what it takes to buy a base Tesla Model 3 and nearly a quarter of the average Model Y's price tag. Now, the reactions from competitors have been nothing short of chaotic. Tesla investors are reportedly uneasy. Elon Musk's team is under massive pressure to respond with a low-cost model of their own. Meanwhile, Chinese automakers like BYD, who've dominated the low-cost EV segment, are suddenly facing an unexpected challenger with decades of brand trust and a global dealership network. Other automakers like Ford and GM are rumored to be reevaluating their EV pricing strategies, terrified that Toyota may have just triggered an all-out price war. Buyers, on the other hand, are ecstatic. Social media is flooded with comments like, "Finally, an EV for normal people," and "Toyota just ended Tesla's dominance." Early reservation lists are already rumored to be overflowing, with some dealerships reportedly overwhelmed by inquiries before the car even hits the lot. For many first-time EV buyers, this could be the moment they've been waiting for, the moment affordability finally meets innovation. The impact on dealerships and global pricing could be enormous. If Toyota successfully delivers this EV at scale, it could force every automaker from Tesla to Volkswagen to rethink their entire pricing models. Dealerships that have been struggling to sell high-priced EVs might finally see real traffic again, while used car prices could also take a massive hit as consumers shift toward brand-new electrics within reach of the average paycheck. And let's not forget the ripple effects. Governments may revise EV incentives, charging infrastructure demand could skyrocket, and the oil industry might just lose another chunk of its market share faster than expected. In short, this $13,000 Toyota might not just be a car, it could be the start of a revolution that changes transportation forever. But the biggest question now is, can Toyota actually pull it off at that price point? And what will Tesla do next to fight back? Because if history has shown us anything, it's that when a giant like Toyota makes a move this bold, the entire industry has to respond or get left behind. And here's where things get even more interesting: the production strategy. Insiders reveal that Toyota plans to build this $13,000 EV using a new modular manufacturing platform that drastically reduces costs and production time. Instead of traditional assembly lines filled with expensive robotics, Toyota is introducing a gigacast-style process inspired by Tesla's own innovation, but taken a step further, more efficient, less wasteful, and easily scalable to factories across Asia, Europe, and North America. It's like Toyota studied Tesla's playbook, improved it, and executed it with the precision they're known for. This strategic move doesn't just threaten Tesla, it threatens the very foundation of how automakers build cars. If Toyota's cost-cutting methods prove successful, we could see the average price of EVs plummet worldwide. The result? A massive acceleration of the global EV adoption curve, something environmental advocates have been pushing for years. Governments, too, are watching closely because a sub-$15,000 electric car could completely transform their electrification goals and emissions targets. But there's another layer to this story: Toyota's choice of markets. Reports suggest the company will first roll out this affordable EV in emerging economies like India, Indonesia, and parts of Europe where EV adoption has been slow due to high costs. This move positions Toyota not just as a player in the EV space, but as the leader of a new affordability movement. While other brands chase luxury EV margins, Toyota is chasing the billions of buyers who simply want reliable, clean transportation without the premium price tag. That's a masterstroke of global strategy. Meanwhile, Tesla is rumored to be fast-tracking its long-teased Model 2, a compact, low-cost EV expected to start around $25,000, but even that now looks expensive compared to Toyota's offering. Industry insiders are calling it the first real challenge Tesla has faced that isn't about range or tech, it's about accessibility. Because no matter how advanced an EV is, price remains the most powerful weapon in the automotive world. And here's the twist: Toyota's EV might not be about profit at all, at least not initially. Some analysts believe Toyota is intentionally entering the market at razor-thin margins, even losses, to gain dominance fast and corner global supply chains for batteries and materials before competitors can react. If that's true, we might be witnessing one of the most aggressive business plays in modern automotive history. Buyers can feel it too. Search trends show a spike in phrases like Toyota $13,000 EV release date, how to reserve Toyota EV, and Tesla versus Toyota EV comparison. The curiosity is spreading like wildfire, and dealerships are bracing for what could be a once-in-a-generation sales wave. Imagine walking into a showroom and being told you can drive home a brand new electric car, not used, not stripped down, for the price of a used Corolla. That's not just marketing power, that's market domination. As this unfolds, industry experts warn that this move could create a domino effect. Battery suppliers will need to ramp up production, governments will need to expand charging infrastructure faster than ever, and automakers still stuck in the luxury EV lane might face serious inventory problems. The balance of power in the auto industry could shift overnight, from Silicon Valley's tech-focused companies to traditional manufacturers that know how to scale efficiently. And while Tesla's response will surely be fierce, the truth is, Toyota may have just reminded everyone that sometimes disruption doesn't come from doing something entirely new. It comes from doing the right thing at the right time for the right price. Now, let's talk about the ripple effects this move is already creating inside the EV supply chain. Within days of Toyota's announcement, several major battery manufacturers reportedly began renegotiating their contracts, both to secure long-term partnerships with Toyota and to prepare for an expected surge in global demand for affordable cells. Companies in Japan, South Korea, and even the United States are reportedly scrambling to expand capacity, fearing they might lose massive market share if they can't match Toyota's production scale. And here's the genius part: Toyota isn't doing this alone. According to insiders, they've partnered with multiple suppliers for their solid-state battery program, effectively decentralizing their risk. This means if one supplier faces a bottleneck, another can step in, ensuring production never stops. That's a direct contrast to Tesla's vertically integrated model, which gives Toyota flexibility. And in today's unstable global supply landscape, flexibility might just be the ultimate weapon. Economists are now warning that Toyota's $13,000 EV could set off a deflationary shockwave through the auto industry. If consumers start expecting EVs at this price, automakers with $40,000 and $50,000 models will have to slash margins or risk losing sales entirely. Investors are watching nervously because if prices fall across the board, profits shrink, and companies that can't adapt fast enough could face massive losses. It's not just a price war, it's a survival test. But let's zoom out for a second. What does this mean for the average car buyer? Well, for the first time, the dream of owning an EV without breaking the bank is becoming real. For millions of people who've been stuck choosing between rising fuel costs and expensive electric cars, Toyota just offered an escape route. It's more than a product. It's a promise that clean energy doesn't have to come with a luxury price tag. And the environmental impact could be enormous. Analysts project that if Toyota's model sells even moderately well, it could cut carbon emissions globally by millions of tons per year, simply by replacing old combustion cars still dominating developing markets. Combine that with Toyota's known reliability and long-term ownership value, and you're looking at a vehicle that could stay on the road for decades, multiplying its green effect even further. Meanwhile, Tesla's community is divided. Some fans insist that Elon Musk will soon counter with something revolutionary, perhaps a smaller, fully autonomous compact, EV. Others worry that Toyota's move has changed the rules entirely, making it impossible for Tesla to compete on price without compromising its premium image. After all, Tesla built its empire on performance, innovation, and tech appeal, but Toyota just reminded the world that affordability and trust can be equally disruptive. And then there's the dealership network, a weapon many overlooked. While Tesla operates with a direct-to-consumer model, Toyota has thousands of dealerships across the globe ready to deliver and service these new EVs immediately. That means instant reach, faster adoption, and a support structure Tesla simply doesn't have in many regions. It's like launching a revolution with a full army already deployed. Behind closed doors, competitors are reportedly in emergency meetings. Volkswagen, Hyundai, and Ford are all rumored to be reviewing their EV roadmaps, questioning whether to fast-track cheaper models or risk falling behind. Analysts say this could accelerate the EV market by 5 years, pushing brands to innovate faster, cut production costs, and rethink how they define value. But this is only the beginning. Because if Toyota succeeds with this launch, we could soon see an entire lineup of affordable EVs following it, sedans, small SUVs, even delivery vehicles, all priced within reach of average consumers. And when that happens, the EV revolution won't just be a trend for early adopters, it'll be the new normal. Now, let's dive into how governments and global regulators are reacting, because Toyota's $13,000 EV has become more than just a business headline. It's now a political talking point. In Europe, policymakers who've struggled to balance EV adoption with affordability are suddenly hailing Toyota's move as a breakthrough. Subsidy programs that once offered thousands of dollars in incentives may no longer even be necessary for cars this cheap. Countries like France and the UK are reportedly considering revising their EV credit structures entirely, focusing instead on infrastructure, since affordability might now take care of itself. Over in the United States, lawmakers are facing pressure to respond too. For years, the biggest criticism of EV policies was that tax credits benefited higher-income buyers purchasing premium vehicles. But if Toyota introduces this car to the US market, that narrative could change overnight. Suddenly, blue-collar families, college students, and everyday commuters could buy an EV without even needing a federal credit. It's a shift that could redefine public perception, from EVs are for the rich to EVs are for everyone. Meanwhile, developing nations are watching even closer. Markets in Africa, Southeast Asia, and South America Places where EV adoption has lagged due to price and infrastructure might now have a realistic entry point. Toyota's global footprint allows it to deploy production facilities or partnerships directly within these regions, drastically lowering shipping and import costs. Imagine a future where electric vehicles become the default mode of transport in cities like Jakarta, Lagos, or São Paulo, all thanks to one bold pricing decision. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room. How can Toyota actually profit from a $13,000 EV? That's where things get fascinating. Industry insiders speculate that Toyota's long-term strategy isn't about short-term profits. It's about ecosystem dominance. Picture this: millions of Toyota EVs on the road, all connected through Toyota's software network, requiring official service, accessories, and possibly battery replacements over time. It's a razor and blades model: sell the car cheap, make revenue on the ecosystem. And with the company's vast after-sales network already in place, Toyota can sustain lower vehicle margins while competitors without that infrastructure struggle to survive. Then there's the marketing genius behind it. By launching such a low-cost EV, Toyota doesn't just sell cars, it captures headlines, dominates global media, and rebuilds its image as a forward-thinking innovator. For years, Tesla has owned that reputation, but this move changes the narrative. Toyota goes from the company that was late to EVs to the company that made EVs truly accessible. And perception, especially in this industry, is everything. Now, the buzz among consumers is almost electric, pun intended. Online forums are flooded with debates. Will Toyota's EV match Tesla's performance? How good will the range really be? Can it handle long-distance travel or fast charging? While the specs haven't been fully disclosed, leaks suggest a real-world range of around 250 miles. Not groundbreaking, but perfectly adequate for urban and suburban drivers. Combine that with Toyota's efficiency and maintenance reliability, and it's easy to see why so many people are calling it the people's EV. At the same time, Toyota's move has sparked something few expected: collaboration. Rumors are circulating that several automakers, particularly in Europe and Asia, are considering partnerships or joint ventures to compete in this new affordability war. It's ironic, after years of cutthroat rivalry, Toyota's low-cost EV might actually push companies to work together just to survive. Some analysts are even calling it the beginning of EV consolidation, a period where smaller players might merge or be acquired by larger ones simply to stay in the game. But let's shift gears and talk about what this means for the everyday car owner. The psychological effect of a $13,000 EV can't be overstated. It redefines what consumers expect from automakers. People are starting to ask, if Toyota can do it, why can't everyone else? That question puts massive pressure on other brands, especially those selling EVs at premium prices without offering significantly better range or performance. Buyers are becoming more informed, more demanding, and less willing to pay a luxury tax just for... And meanwhile, Toyota's competitors are not sitting idle. Inside Tesla's headquarters, sources suggest teams are accelerating development of the long-awaited Model 2, a car that Elon Musk hinted could cost under $25,000. But the challenge now isn't just cost, it's perception. How do you convince buyers to spend nearly double when Toyota offers a car that promises practicality, reliability, and low maintenance for nearly half the price? Tesla's answer might lie in advanced software, self-driving capabilities, or energy ecosystem integration, but even then, it's an uphill battle. And in China, BYD, the current global EV leader, is reportedly preparing its own counterstrike. They're rumored to be developing a sub-$10,000 model to protect their dominance in emerging markets. If that happens, we could see a global EV price war unfold like never before. A war not of horsepower, but of affordability. A battle where the winner isn't the brand with the best specs, it's the one that makes EVs truly universal. And that brings us to perhaps the most fascinating part of all, the consumer empowerment this will create. For decades, the automotive industry has operated on limited choice. luxury or budget, performance or economy, gas or hybrid. But now, with Toyota's $13,000 EV breaking barriers, those lines are starting to blur. Consumers will soon have the power to demand both value and innovation, and the companies that can't deliver both, they might not survive the next decade. And as this new era of electric vehicles unfolds, it's becoming clear that Toyota didn't just launch a car, they launched a movement. The $13,000 EV is more than a headline. It's a signal to the world that the age of affordable electrification has finally arrived. For years, we've been told that innovation comes at a price, that going green means paying more. But Toyota just shattered that myth with one bold strategic strike that could echo through the industry for decades. Experts are already calling this a once-in-a-generation shift, the kind of disruption that changes how we build, sell, and even think about cars. It's the moment when electric vehicles stop being luxury toys and become everyday essentials. It's a reminder that true innovation isn't just about technology, it's about accessibility. Because what good is progress if only a few can afford it? Now, Tesla, BYD, Ford, and Volkswagen face a stark choice: evolve or fade. The price war that Toyota ignited will test every automaker's adaptability, efficiency, and vision. And while many will struggle, the real winners will be the consumers. People who, for the first time, can look at an electric car and think, yeah, I can actually buy that. But maybe the most profound impact of all won't be seen in dealerships or profit margins. It'll be seen on the roads. Cleaner air, quieter cities, and millions of new drivers joining the clean energy future. That's the real legacy of this $13,000 EV. It's not about beating Tesla, it's about changing the world, one affordable charge at a time. So, as the dust settles and automakers scramble to catch up, one thing is undeniable. Toyota just reminded everyone what true innovation looks like. Not in complexity, not in luxury, but in simplicity and purpose. And that's why this $13,000 EV isn't just a car, it's the spark that could redefine the entire automotive era. And with that, the world waits, because if this is just the beginning, the road ahead might be the most exciting one we've ever driven.